She's a twin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know.
Hello, everyone. We are here, right?
We are here.
It's no music. Mr. Producer just got here. It's okay. So we are here. It is, I'm waiting for you guys to come on. Heart disease. Oh. Heart disease month. However you guys say it. Valentine's Day. Let me mute my phone and cut my sound down. Yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up. It's Black History Month. What else is going on? Y'all know. You already know what's happening. Can you bring it back to me, please? Thank you.
Sure.
Mr. Producer is here. Mr. Producer got off of work at 6 o'clock.
Yes, and I'm here.
Here you are here. Yes. Thank you.
So we're going to do this.
All right. So yes, thank you all for tuning in. This is Beyond the Surface with Sharen podcast. I am your host, Sharen.
Who?
Sharen.
Sharen.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Sharen.
I know it's a little late, but we accommodated our guest, Dr. Nurse, here. So yes, we accommodated our guest. We have DrEvelyn Cannon-Dingle is here, and she is going to give us a lot of information on heart disease, the silent connections you didn't know about. So yesterday we had my mom on, and she talked about her triple bypass surgery and how she's recovering and symptoms and signs that she ignored. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that with a professional, right? So we have Dr. Cannon-Dingle is here, and we're into the new season. We are 25 and live. You said live in 25?
Live in 25.
Live in 25. So yes, so thank you all for tuning in. As always, I am thankful and grateful to be here, to have a platform. This is all from God. I'm just a vessel here, right? Trying to do his purpose and live in his purpose. I am here to enlighten, inform, encourage, and empower the community with information. I am your information. I'm like an encyclopedia of a lot that goes on in the world.
Are you an encyclopedia?
Wikipedia, maybe?
Wikipedia? Okay.
Maybe I'm Wikipedia. But yes, I am that. When you are here, say hi in the comments. I see some folks. Where y'all at? I don't know. Come on, tell me hi. Let me know I'm not here by myself. So what is happening in the world? Do you guys know? He wants to give us some time. I need you guys to say hi in the comments, please. Like, oh, come on, folks. Y'all coming on. So we changed the time from 6:30 to 7 because we wanted to accommodate Dr. Cannon-Dingle, and she is here. She has an amazing story, and she's going to help us with heart health, right? Because we always need this. It's heart health. It is hey Max, and it is Valentine's is coming up, so no better time to talk about getting that heart together, right?
It's all about the heart.
It's loving on yourself. That is part of heart health. Loving on yourself. All of that. That's me. I'm a love on myself. You already know. So hey, the Eagles. Last time I was here, the Eagles were going to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Last time. Oh, I should have worn a green shirt. Oh, don't worry about it. Patty Ann right here is green. So we're going to let Patty Ann rep for the Eagles. So yes, the Eagles went to New Orleans, and how you say it? New Orleans, and whipped up. You hear
belt
me? To tail.
Beat down.
For the Chiefs.
Beat down.
Huh?
Beat down.
They didn't even show up.
Come on now.
They already knew what it was. So yes, congratulations to the champs. We are the champs. So we did go out after the game was over. We did go out to Philly.
Oh, we did.
And it was an adventure.
It was crazy.
It was really wild out there. It wasn't like super dangerous, like I guess people would kind of make it think. But it was definitely wild out there. Like we were over by the where they were looting that one laundry truck. We were over in that area. We were over by, they were setting off fireworks. So it was like a celebration. I felt like it was a celebration. So
It was.
I enjoyed it.
They said that the damage wasn't too bad. They said that probably like almost
It probably wasn't as bad as it could be.
hundreds of thousands of people were there. And
It was a lot of people. Like
Maybe.
it was really like condensed, congested. It was a lot of people there. But yeah. So the parade is tomorrow. Is anyone going to the parade? Me?
Of course.
Anyone else going to the parade?
Some of us have
Where
to
y'all
work.
at?
We have to work.
So, yeah, our producer is not going to the parade. He has to go to work. But I will be there, so I'll try to like do a little live if I could figure that out. Do some live if I'm not like, so overwhelmed with tears and emotion, celebrating, the Eagles being, they're not the world champs, but they the champs. The champ is here. It's not the world, it's the NFL champs. There you go. Yes. They did play out the country this year a couple times, but yes. What else are we talking about? Are we still boycotting Target? Are y'all still boycotting Target? I deleted my Target app, right? We're supposed to boycott Target for 30 days, 40 days, because they dropped that DEI. They dropped it, so we're supposed to be boycotting Target. So I've been boycotting. I haven't been, I deleted the app and I haven't been going. I don't know if my one person is having an impact on it, but one person plus one person plus one person could amount to a lot. So I'm going to see.
I think
But thank you all. What'd you say?
I think you can make a difference.
It can make a difference. Yeah. Jesus goes and gets that one person. So maybe Target is going. Oh, you're going, Brandy? Yay! So text me, let me know where you're at so we can meet up. So yes. Okay, that's exciting. Brandy's going. Is anyone else going? Anyone else? Oh, yes. She'll be selling her drinks and jello shots for those who are going. So you can go find Brandy Garrett. She's going to be at the Eagles parade tomorrow. That's probably keep the people warm, right? Like a little hot toddy or something. People are going to be out there.
Warm on the inside.
What's it called? Delicious. Oh, like delicious, but delicious.
Intoxication.
Intoxication.
Was that guaranteed intoxication?
It sounded a little strong.
Yeah.
I was going to say like a hot toddy, like the old people make, but this might be on the rocks or something. It sounds a little tough, but yes. So we are here. We have Dr. Cannon-Dingle here with us, and she is amazing. She is going to talk about heart health and what we can do. She's going to give us some solutions. She's going to talk about her business, and she works in the medical field. So we are going to talk about heart health. It's Valentine's Day. What are y'all doing for Valentine's? Are we doing something for Valentine's? Okay. All right. Okay. Good evening, Paula. Yeah, y'all check in the comments.
It might be a secret. People don't want to put your secret out there.
No, I'm asking you. What are we doing for Valentine's?
We're going out this weekend, honey.
Yes. Oh, you know where we're going? We are going to
City Winery.
City Winery in Philadelphia. So they have a nice, it's like sections. Is it sections? What are they called? They have like rooms where they have concerts and things. That is a beautiful event. They have parking across the street in a garage. So we are going there. The concert is, what's his name? Marvin Gaye. It's a tribute to Marvin Gaye. So we are going to, honey, we finna be in love tomorrow. In love.
It's going to be nice.
Yes. We are love tomorrow. Little sounds of Marvin Gaye. I guess I don't want to call it an impersonator, but it's going to be
like a tribute.
A tribute to him. So
should be
Arlene. Hello.
And we'll be together.
Miss Florida. Yes, we will be together. We got invited with Hawa and her husband Sharen. They have a couples ministry outside of church going on, and it's beautiful. And yes. So we will be at City Winery on Saturday. So parade tomorrow. That's where I'll be. Mr. Producer Yes, I'm going to the parade tomorrow. Parade is tomorrow. Brady said she's going to the parade tomorrow. Erica. Mr. Colson will be at work working a double, so the lovers at his job can go be lovers. And I'll be.
Maybe so I can pay for us
I'll be home
to go to all our trips.
Oh, you do live. But okay, yes. And then Saturday we're doing City Winery. So yeah, congratulations again to the Eagles. They are NFL.
Eagles! Champions! E-A-G-L!
I'm gonna be for a long while. I didn't get to go the last time. What was it, like a couple years ago?
Yeah.
I never got to go because I had to go to work at the jail. So this time I'm going to everything. I'm going to everything they let me go to. So I'll try to stream live or something. But yeah, let's go do our affirmation. Right?
Sure.
I love doing an affirmation because I'm going to put it on the screen too, so we can all read it together. Because I like when we read it together. I feel like it kind of, it resonates with us and we kind of take it in a lot more. But yes, we're talking about the heart. And when you're always talking about your heart is inside. So it's your health. So you're always talking about you. Waiting for you. I don't get no hand claps. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. There we go. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Those my hand claps.
Very good.
Okay. So our affirmation. Can you take down what is that at the bottom?
Audience must be asleep.
Yes. Okay. So let's read this together. Every season is your season. We only like to talk about the one where we're winning, but the others are yours too. There's your learning season, your healing season, your growing season, your resting season, etc. These matter just as much. So whichever one you're in, it's yours. So there's a learning season, a healing season, a growing season, a resting season. I like that. I like that everything doesn't have to be like super positive and there's always some type of momentum. Like last week we talked about, if you are in this place, concentrate on yourself, right? Concentrate on your health, concentrate on your mental health, concentrate on your spiritual health, concentrate on you. So you can always your season starts whenever you start the season. You can always restart it, right? There's always redemption. Right. You can always start over. Every day is a new day. So your season starts when you want it to start. Your season of healing, therapy, right? Physical healing, taking care of yourself. We'll talk about that tonight. And heart health. Like your season starts with you of healing, of growing. We should always be putting into ourselves.
Yes.
I think that's important with us.
Be the best you could be.
Be the best you. And because we talked about this the other week, right? You cannot give from an empty cup. It's very difficult. So yes, you have to pour into yourself. And tonight, you guys are going to be informed and empowered from Dr. Cannon-Dingle. I am telling you guys. Are y'all excited?
Yes.
You said we are.
Yes.
So I'm going to let me before I introduce her, let me give Dr. Cannon-Dingle's bio. DrEvelyn Cannon-Dingle is married to Craig Dingle, and they have one child, her fur baby Diamond. Evelyn is the daughter of the late Lena and Sharene Cannon. Is that right? Okay. And grew up in Pittsgrove, New Jersey. Evelyn wanted to be a nurse since second grade, having watched her mother, who was a nurse. DrEvelyn Cannon-Dingle, DNP, APN, is an advanced practice nurse at Inspira Medical Center in Vineland, New Jersey, and has worked for this hospital system for 43 years. Currently working in surgical services, same-day surgical unit. She became an advanced prepared nurse in December of 2007 when she graduated from Wilmington University with her master's degree in nursing. Woo! Congratulations. In 2022, she earned her doctorate degree. That's amazing. Congratulations, sis. Evelyn's doctoral project was titled Development and Evaluations of a DNP Nurse Leader Led Weight Reduction Program in Overweight/Obese African American Adults. I want to talk about that. She knows and believes that nursing is not just a career, but her calling from God. Evelyn often says, nursing is my passion, whether at the hospital or assisting someone at my church or in my community. In January of 2024, Evelyn received the very first Inspira Health 2023 Magnet Volunteerism Award. The Volunteerism Award was presented to Evelyn Cannon for her selfless dedication and the direct influence she has had on the health of the community. Also, June of 2024, she was awarded Nurse Excellent Award for Community Excellence by South Jersey Chapter National Black Nurses Association. I love that. In November of 2019, Evelyn was recognized by Hands Foundation of the 40th Global Legendary Legacy Leadership Award. She was awarded the Joint Legislative Commendation by the state of New Jersey. She was recognized as Global Legacy Leadership recipient both locally and globally. In 2018, Evelyn was chosen by Independent Blue Cross as part of their Celebrate Care campaign, in which they recognized outstanding nurses in the region. She was chosen as one of the top 10 and the only nurse chosen from the state of New Jersey. That's amazing.
Yes.
There were a total of 700 nurses nominated by coworkers, family, and friends. And she was one of the nurses to receive the most letters for recommendations from her family, church family, coworkers, and friends. That's community, right?
Wow.
That means people see something in you.
Yes.
And they recognize that. Evelyn's other passion for over 30 years is her visual praise mind ministry, where she feels God speaking to her so deeply, and it is her personal time with God.
Amen.
Evelyn is active in ministry, praise him, at her church, Union Baptist Temple in Bridgeton, New Jersey. She serves faithfully.
Hallelujah.
As the convener, is that how you say it, ma'am? Okay. Of the Mind of Christ, Mind Ministry, president of the Deaconess Ministry, and a nurse convener. She gonna help me out on the Wellness Ministry. She has a love for her pastor and her church family. Evelyn is also a member of Black Girls Run. Woo woo. I watch them. I haven't ran with them, but I might start walking. We'll have to talk about that. She has completed half marathons and many 15Ks, 10Ks, and 7Ks. Whoa. Awesome. Okay. Evelyn currently has developed and promotes her health and wellness program ministry, Temple Fit, a designer original, LLC. Her life verse is Jeremiah 29:11. Y'all know that's my verse. For I know the plans I have for you, saith the Lord, plans for good and not of evil, to give you future and look at it. And a hope. It's on the screen because you already know how I get down. Welcome to the stage, Dr. Nurse.
Hi. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. I am so honored and blessed that you even asked me to come on and to do this.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So you had over 700 people write you these letters?
Lots of people wrote in. It was a lot of people. It was over 700 participants, but I received the most letters and from different people at my job, my church, community, different people that I've helped. They took the time to write into Blue Cross Blue Shield for that particular award.
Mm-hmm. And it's global. It was like in the.
It was Blue Cross Blue Shield. They did the Tri-County area, but I was the only nurse, and the lady called me directly herself that was in charge. She said, I had to call you. She said, because you're the first nurse that we've ever picked from the state of New Jersey. Wow. And she said, since we've been doing this, since Blue Cross Blue Shield was doing it. So they picked me for state of New Jersey. And I was honored by that. And I was blessed. I was like, God, thank you. God opens all kinds of doors. And that's my goal. My passion. Yeah. I love being a nurse. It's my passion. It's, like I said, something I wouldn't do since second grade. I would see my mom go to work. She put on a little white uniform and her hat and everything. And I just knew from second grade that that's what I wanted to do, and I've always enjoyed helping people and working with
Mhm.
people. So it's just like a blessing. Like I said, I go to work every day, God goes with me. I take God with me. I mean, I
Yeah,
couldn't walk in that hospital or take care of anybody if it wasn't for the grace of God and what He gives me to give out and to do. And I'm blessed by that. And I go there every day, and I pray through the hospital. I pray through the unit that I'm on, and
wow.
just that can take care of people and the patients the way that God requires me to, because the Bible says we work as unto the Lord. So that's
Yeah,
my goal. So I'm just grateful for being a nurse and for everything that He's doing for me, and allowing me to do for others. Because the more knowledge that He allows me to obtain is the more knowledge that I'm able to give out to others and to bless others, not only my patients in the hospital, but those that are in the community, those that are at my church, people that call me and ask me stuff if I don't know it, or if I don't know a doctor, or if you need a doctor, then they call me and I'm finding doctors for them. I'm doing whatever I can to help, because that's what we're supposed to do. God gives us careers and stuff, but it's not just for us, but it's that we might give it as a believer. Anyway, this is how I feel, that I
yeah.
can give out to help other people as well. So
And it's
that's
very difficult to find people who are passionate
yeah,
about their career.
I love it.
You love
Mhm.
it. So
Most
you work in
surgical services, same day surgery.
surgical service,
Hmm.
same day
Yeah.
surgeries.
Bring patients in, get them ready for surgery. A lot of times I'm in charge, so I don't have to. I just bring them in and get them situated and get them set up for the other nurses that I work with. I sign them to different nurses to take care of them. And then if we're busy, then I jump right in and I'm taking patients, even though I'm in charge, just like the other girls, because I'm a team player. I don't like to see anybody struggling when I'm sitting there. That's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm old school nursing. We all work together, and then that way we all sit together. You know what I mean? We can all sit down for
I
a
love
minute,
that
but we work together as a unit. So
as a unit.
love
So when people tell you like the climate has like a little bit adjusted with these, I don't want to say these new nurses that are coming in and they see the pay and they're not bringing the passion and compassion for people. Like, how does that make you feel as like a veteran?
it. Ooh, it we as a matter of fact, we were just talking about that today, because we see that a lot, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people are like doing it right now for the money and
Hmm.
not for the passion. And you see
Yeah,
that, and we've seen it in our own family members that have come into the hospitals, and they're not getting turned, or if I have to call a unit sometimes, and you might have to get a report from somebody, and then they're like, you ask some just basic questions, and they're like, I don't really know that. And you think sometimes, well, mm, if you've had that patient for so many hours and you don't know that,
right.
so, but it's different now. It's different. It's like everything's on the computer. Everything's like so technological that's all they're like. Everybody's on the computers. Everybody's feeding information in, but everybody doesn't have the passion, because they don't
Yeah.
take care of the patients the way. Like I work with a lot of nurses that are old school like me, that have been in hospitals for 20, 30 plus years. So we're all
There's a
looking.
difference.
Yeah, oh yeah, definite difference. You can see it. I saw it when my mother-in-law was a patient there. I saw it. Didn't like
Yeah.
it, but I saw it.
Right.
So it was, yeah, it's just like so different, and it's like the culture of nursing definitely has changed. But then again, then you get some nurses that come out like old school, and they're all
Hmm.
about the patient, paperwork and wait. I'm all about the patient. I got to get out there. I got to do this. I got to do this. And so then that makes you feel better. It's like, yeah, no, not everybody has lost the passion, but unfortunately, a lot have. And now people, it's sometimes for a money thing, and then you have a lot of nurses that might be traveling nurses, or agency nurses. So
Right.
you might see them here and there, and they go from hospital to hospital, which is not bad, because some of those nurses are really, really passionate about what they do, and
Hmm.
some again are, and that's like in any career. I think you can have like career like educators or whatever. You might have teachers that are passionate, love the
Right.
kids, doesn't matter. And then you have some that are just like, okay, have a seat. This is what we're doing. That's it. No passion. They're just there. So I think that can be in any career. But yes,
Okay.
yeah, I've seen it in nursing, and it's unfortunate. You know.
So heart disease
Oh
and
yeah.
like heart health, how like where did that come for you like to be so passionate about that part?
okay, about heart health, because I've seen it working in post ICU years ago. I'm in surgical services now. You see people coming in, heart disease, heart attacks, and then just looking at it and seeing the statistics for heart health is a leading killer. Takes people more. It kills more people than accidents. Heart disease, and unfortunately, when it comes to women, heart disease is the leading cause of death for women, and it beats cancer out. It beats, diabetes, hypertension,
Huge.
all those things. Heart disease, and a lot of women they don't pay attention a lot of times, because women are always on the go. We're always
Right.
moving. Most women, and whether you're single or you're married, we're always a step ahead because we're always thinking about what else we have to do or what we
Hmm.
didn't get done or where we have to go or where we have to run the kids or where we have to do this or where we have to do that, and we don't always pay attention to the signs and symptoms our body's giving us because
Right.
we're like, oh no, it'll pass. I'm good. I got to do this. I got to take this one here. I can't, or either I got to be at this meeting. I got to be at this place. And our body's giving us signals, symptoms. We might have some chest pain. We might have a little discomfort. We might have some acid reflux, and we may have some pain or, some issues, in our neck and our shoulders and stuff. And we're like, oh, that's just gas and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's not. We chalk it up to so many different things, and even in our upper abdomen or our back area, we might have some discomfort. And as women, we tend to blow these off. Even as men, they tend to blow some of the signs and symptoms off as well because they're not thinking, okay, no, it's not my heart. And even when you have heart pain, and it's like you're like, oh God, I got a little chest pain today. A lot of times we don't get it checked out. We're like, oh, okay, it'll pass. Or I'll take a Tums or
You're right.
Rolaids or acid, and
Sometimes an acid. Yep.
yep, and that'll take it away. And even when it doesn't, we still don't do anything about it. And it's
Right.
unfortunate because we're so busy that we don't take enough time to take care of us
To put
ourselves.
ourselves first, our health
Oh
first.
yeah, put
Right.
ourselves first. It's really sad, and like I said, the symptoms for women are a lot different than men's most of the time. Like some people just have like a little pain or a little discomfort, and they're like, okay. But like I said, for women, we got that acid thing going on here, the reflux, and we're like, oh man. But like I said, we put ourselves on the back burner, and we have to
Yeah.
stop doing that because like a woman or a person dies with a heart attack every 33 seconds in the United States of America.
Wow.
Wow. I didn't
Yeah,
think I knew that.
that's
33
statistics.
seconds.
Oh yeah, statistics tells us that. Yep, 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 yep.
You're listening.
And over
33 seconds.
60, yep, oh yeah, every 40 seconds. Yep, it's telling us that
Wow.
women are people are dying about every 40 seconds in the United
That's
States with a
huge.
heart attack. Yeah, it's
And
very
a
much
lot of that is
cardiovascular
preventable.
disease. Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because we don't pay attention to the signs and symptoms. And that's what they're saying. Like even the nausea and sweating. And these are symptoms that a lot of people know about, but they just ignore them because they're too busy in the moment. In the
Right.
moment, I'm moving here, I'm moving here, I'm moving there. And it's just people of all ages. We have young people that are dying with heart disease, heart attacks, 27, 28. And then we have people that go the other gamut, 40s and 50s, that are dying with heart disease,
Wow.
heart failure. You know what I mean? Because they're not paying attention. But there are so many other factors that play into that a lot of times for heart disease. Okay, yes, I know there are things that we can't help. You can't help your race. You
Right.
can't help your gender,
Right.
your hereditary things, age. You can't help those things like
Can't
that.
do anything about that.
But there are things that we can help. A lot of heart disease generates because of our diet, because we have high blood pressure, we have diabetes, and these things and obesity, they all lead to damaging the heart muscle. You know what I
Wow.
mean? And so when you do that, that's what's causing the heart disease. As a matter of fact, I have a cute little heart here to show you.
Oh, look at
Okay.
that.
Yep. This is where because no blood flow. Your heart is a muscle. So this black part right here is because it's
Hmm.
lack of blood flow and it's killing your heart. So
Is
if
that
no
what
blood
the
flow,
disease looks like?
yep, That's what it looks like. That's what your heart looks
Okay.
like when you have a diseased heart, and there's no blood coming. There's no blood circulating, so it's killing the muscle. Or you could have high cholesterol. You could have
Hmm.
other issues because we don't eat right. And if you see here, the yellow part here, that's plaque that builds up in the arteries in the heart, causing blockages. That's when people have
Gotcha.
to have bypasses, triple bypasses,
Oh, that's what my mom had then.
because they have blockages in their heart. And they catch,
Okay.
sometimes they catch it soon enough, thank God. Sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
This plaque can actually break off and travel.
That's what the doctor
Mm.
said. He said that it'll, and then it breaks off and blocks it.
Yep.
And then that's where a heart attack can happen.
Oh, yes, definitely. And also, people don't realize that sometimes when you have a lot of plaque, it can break off. And some plaques, they can travel up your carotid artery, causing strokes. Yes. Oh, yeah.
So, what are like blood pressure and diabetes and all of
Yes.
that? Like
Okay.
all of that are they're
Oh,
like
yes.
the silent connections.
Oh, yes, definitely. Like, all right, talk about high blood pressure. Now, high blood pressure is known as the silent killer. Okay.
Hmm.
Because most of the times there's not a lot of symptoms. Every now and then you'll hear people say, "Well, this throbbing headache that I can't get rid of." Okay, but this is not something that's normal. Textbooks tell us that there's not really a significant amount of symptoms for high blood pressure. They find out most times they find out on accident. They'll go in for maybe a physical, or they'll
Hmm.
go in because they do have a headache or something like that, and then the doctor will say, "Oh, well, your blood pressure is this high, like 160s, 170s, over 90s or 100," and you're like, "Oh, and then they remember, "Oh, well, I've had headaches before, or I've had this," and that's why they label high blood pressure the silent killer, because most of the time people stroke out or they die before they even realize they've had high blood pressure,
Sure.
and that's the sad part.
So, so should we check our blood pressure
Yes.
at home?
Well, if you have a history or if you have a family history, I tell
Right.
people that they should. Now, when you go to your doctor, and this is another piece, people need to be going for physicals at least once a year, and
Hmm.
that's not happening. Okay, and people are like, "Well, my insurance, my insurance, my insurance." Um, but you have to make a way to get a physical. Okay, you can go to the clinic. You can go to different places, and if you have a good family doctor, they will do a physical for you every year, and that's
Yeah.
what you need, because these are numbers that you need to know. You need to know, what is my blood pressure number. Okay, and a lot of
Right.
times we don't know that, especially as African American people, we don't keep up with that, and that way the doctors are better able to treat you. Okay, and you're better able to know, okay, all right, I got high blood pressure, or I'm borderline. Okay,
Right.
and I tell people, if you having headaches and the doctor tells you you're borderline, you have borderline hypertension, then you need to definitely get yourself a machine, a blood pressure machine.
Yeah.
You can get them. I'm a big I promote them. You can buy them anywhere. Ollie's in Bridgeton sells blood pressure machines for $10 to $14. You can get one.
So it's affordable.
Oh, it's definitely affordable. Definitely
Okay.
affordable. But a lot of people, you'll ask them. I'll teach and I'll do seminars, or I'll speak at conferences, and I'll ask people, when was the last time you checked your blood pressure? You said you have high blood pressure, and you're on medications.
Hmm.
Oh, mm. Last time I was at the doctor's. You don't check your blood pressure? Nope. But I'm taking these pills every day. No.
So why are we like that?
Well, first of all, I think a lot of it, unfortunately, is that, okay, you go to doctors. Not all doctors are the same. We know that. I thank God for
Hmm.
my doctor. She's the best. I recommend her to everybody. Her practitioner. Um, Doctors don't take the time to inform the patients. A
Yeah.
lot of doctors don't even tell their patients, "Oh, you should get a machine and you should take your blood pressure at home," especially if you're taking blood pressure medication. And I'm not saying you have to take it every day, but if you're taking blood pressure medication, you should be checking your blood pressure at least 2 to 3 times a week. And you have your cuff right there, and keep a record. So when you do, so you can notice that if there's a spike, you see it. Okay.
Right.
If there's not, then you know it. Because, see, by doing that, sometimes people are able to come off blood pressure medicines because and I'll talk more about that, how they can do that by, with their weight and stuff. And but by keeping a running schedule, even if you go on your calendar, you have a calendar, and this day my blood pressure was this. So that way, and say if you have
Right.
symptoms, say if you do start to have headaches or blurred vision, or you just don't feel right, then you can say, okay, well, this day my blood pressure was this, or this day my
Right.
blood
Keep
pressure
track
was
of it.
yes. And that's another part that we're missing. We don't journal, we don't track our health, we don't track, what we should be. And that's a way for people for you to know, okay, I was feeling this way. Or even like if you don't feel good, I tell people, even if you whether you have blood pressure, diabetes, or anything, if you're not feeling good a day, write it down. Okay, this day I didn't feel good. I just felt weak, tired, maybe no pain. None of that. We have to learn to journal about our health. Like, why am I feeling
Yeah.
this way? You know what I mean? And a lot of people
Right.
don't do that. And those are things that nobody really talks about. So if you go to a doctor and he has you on blood pressure medicine and he's not telling you should be checking your blood pressure on a regular basis, I personally have a problem with that. Because what if
You should.
medicine is not working?
Right.
Oh, he
How would
doesn't.
you know it's not working if you're not checking your blood pressure
There
to
you
know
go.
that the blood pressure is high?
Exactly. And that's
Yes.
that's that's a major issue. You know what I mean? I'm
And it's
like,
advocating for yourself, right? We have to advocate for
you have to
ourselves.
advocate for yourself. And you can't, that's what I'm like, and I tell people, if you have a doctor that's not really, you don't feel like he's really paying attention to you, he or she are paying attention to you or hearing what you're saying when you go to visit them. Because don't
Mhm.
bring me in your office and rush me out in 5 minutes.
Right.
You haven't heard a word I've
Please
said.
don't.
Because then you're not the doctor for me. Because you don't have enough time for me to hear what I have to say.
I agree.
Okay. And that happens to a lot of people. And I tell them, then that's not the doctor for you. There are many doctors, many practitioners out there who will take the time to listen to you, to hear what you have to say, to be pro you and help you. Oh, well, I'm going to order this test. I'm going to order this test and make sure you're okay. That encourage you. Okay, you need to get your physical, and they encourage you. You need to go for a Pap smear. Need to get your mammograms. These are the kind of doctors you want. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then I get the whole thing with the hypertension. I don't like taking medicine. Well, nobody does. But if it's what you need, you should take it,
Right.
because not taking it is not solving anything.
It's a death sentence
Totally,
because it's
totally. Your
the
body
silent
is,
killer, right?
yes, indeed. So, and then I get from men, their favorite line is, well, I don't take my blood pressure medicine because I can't get an erection.
Oh, the ED.
Oh, yeah, I hear that. And I'm like, well, you can't get one if you have a stroke or if you're dead.
You said what now,
Yeah,
Doc?
I tell them that. I tell them you can't get one
We
if
got
you
everybody.
have a stroke or if you're dead. So what are you going to do then?
No use to you.
Yeah.
I
Come
hear
on
you.
now, really? And I'm like, that's crazy. I said, if this is a problem, then that's something you need to talk to your doctor about, because there are
Right.
so many other blood pressure medicines on the market that they can
Yeah.
switch you from. Okay. So you don't have to take that one.
And that's
Say,
you advocating. You're advocating for
yes,
yourself. This one is showing
yes,
me these symptoms. Can you get me something that doesn't show this symptom?
yes. Can you help me?
Talk to your
They're
doctor, but you have
embarrassed.
to
I
go
didn't tell,
in
I said, did you tell your doctor that? No, I'm embarrassed. Why? He's your doctor.
embarrassed.
You can't be embarrassed. If you're embarrassed to talk to your doctor, that doctor is not the doctor for you. I should
I
be
hear
every
you.
money I can talk to my doctor about anything under the sun. And
Yes.
I have her cracking up and we just have a good time. But if you can't tell your doctor that that's why you're not taking your blood pressure medicine, then
Yeah.
there's a problem, because there are so many. They can regulate it. They can try you on something different. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we have to learn to speak up for ourselves.
Yes.
And people don't. Sometimes I think people, I don't know if they're afraid of their doctor or if they're afraid of what the doctor's going to say, but they
Probably
do
the
not
results,
speak
though.
up.
Whatever the
Yes.
results are going to be.
But you need those results. You need to know, you need to understand how this body functions, because you don't want your heart looking like this. You don't want the plaque coming up in here. You don't want to have a stroke. High blood pressure, people stroke out. That's another
Yeah.
thing. Black people leading the cause with strokes.
Weak
Okay.
strokes, too?
Oh my God, we can't catch a break. I'm serious. People don't realize that. But the minority population, and unfortunately, African Americans, we seem to lead the cause in most diseases. And that's so sad, over
It's
our
very sad.
counterparts.
Yeah.
Like I said, in heart disease, women are leading the pack, in African American women mostly. In hypertension, Our men and women are leading the pack with that, and
Mm-hmm.
strokes. Um, and it's a sad situation because, like I said, nobody's getting educated. Nobody's finding out anything, and that's sad. That's one reason I started the Temple Fit as well, because I'm asking God to take me to conferences, take me to wherever I need to go, churches, wherever, to
Yes.
speak to people, because this is something we need to know.
We need to be
I'm like
informed.
the town crier. Yes,
Yes.
you got to be informed. And statistically, we need to bring those statistics down. We need to stop being at the top in these categories, and that's sad. And
And you
it breaks
said,
my heart. Breaks my heart when I see that at the
you were
hospital.
saying earlier that Black women we are weighing more than, are we like the most overweight
Yes,
people?
yes, the Black women are, and we even weigh more than Black men. Yeah, our other half, we weigh more than them, and that's the sad thing. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
okay. That should not be. But like I said, with everything that's going on, we're not being informed, and we're not, like you said, advocating for ourselves. We got to speak up. We speak
Yeah.
up about so many things, but we need to speak up about our health and what we expect. We have a right to expect. The seniors come in. I see senior patients come into the
Mhm.
hospital the same day surgery. And I'm like, your blood pressure is high, sir. Are you taking your medicine? And he's like, ma'am, he said, I can't. And this one man, he told me, he said, I can't afford it. He said, so I'm not able to get it. And he's a senior citizen.
Oh.
And it broke my heart. I said, well, there are programs out there. And I said, there are prescription plans you can get to help decrease the fees and everything. And I said, and then there are pharmacies. Like different pharmacies charge different. Like
Yes.
Walmart seems to be one of the cheapest pharmacies around that you can get your medicine at, versus maybe a Rite Aid or a CVS that's charging more, especially if you don't have the insurance that really help you pay for it. And then there's another factor that people don't realize, that you don't have to buy your whole prescription at one time. Say if you can only afford half of it, they
Right.
will sell you half of it. And people don't know that. They think
Wait,
that,
can
oh,
you repeat that then? So for
yeah,
the people, yeah.
yes. Because say if the doctor gives you 30 pills,
Mm-hmm.
go to the doctor and you don't have the money. I mean, you go to the pharmacy, you don't have the money for that. You don't have the
Right.
money for 30 pills. Then you can ask for half of your prescription and pay for what you can afford. And they will give you
Wow.
half the prescription. If you can only afford 10 pills, they'll let you take 10, and then you can go back and get 10 more when you can afford it. People don't,
Information, the knowledge, people, the knowledge. And
yeah,
you were saying Walmart is a cheap.
Walmart
I've
is
never
one of the
even thought
cheapest
about going
pharmacies.
to Walmart pharmacy.
Walmart is
We're
one of the
normally
cheapest
like, what's
pharmacies
local?
around.
Rite Aid or
Yeah,
Walgreens
yeah,
or
and they're a little more pricier, and it's really crazy. But yeah, they are. Walmart seems to be the cheaper pharmacy around. But yeah, but people, if they don't know it, they don't know. So this man said,
yeah.
I haven't been taking my blood pressure. So when I talk to him about it, and then a lot of times when patients come into the hospital and they're telling me they have these issues, I do what I can, and then I try to get social work involved. And even if you're not in the hospital, every hospital has a social work program, a social
Mm-hmm.
worker. And you can call and say, listen, I live here. I need to speak to a social worker. And a social worker can also help you and help be a person that can advocate for you concerning different things with your health, okay, with your medications and stuff. They can tell you. Say if you needed dressing changes for something, you can't really afford it. Social work are the people that can help you with those things. But a lot of people, oh, I can't call. Yes, you can call a hospital. It's for the social work department.
Even if you're not a patient?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all,
Because
we are getting all the information tonight.
yeah, you can find out things. And because if they can't, what they'll do is, all right, well, then they'll say, okay, this is who you can contact. They have leads too. Social workers have leads too. Outside of the hospital, they say, well,
Gosh.
you contact this. They'll try to reach out to this person or that person and see what they can do. See how they can help you. They can
So
give
they
you
have the
other
links. They can
contact
link you
information.
up to
Yes,
other
yes.
like community programs and
Oh,
what's
yes,
free and what's
definitely, definitely.
okay.
And even your
So
doctor's offices should be able to do that. But
yeah,
see, I'm learning too that all doctors' offices are not created equal. Some people care and some
right.
people don't. They just have a staff. You have to
Yeah,
staff something, oh, I don't know. And they don't try to
right.
find out.
But they
So,
want your copay and want you to they'll bill your bill your
Exactly.
insurance.
So that's why, with hypertension. So now the other diabetes. Diabetes is another thing that's taking us out of here. Kidney disease. It's killing our kidneys. Between hypertension and diabetes, more
Yeah.
people are having to go on dialysis because it's wiping out their kidneys because they're not watching their sugars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're not even checking their sugars. And that's another thing. That's my next thing. Diabetes.
Give it to
Glucose,
us, Doc.
the machine. You need to be checking your blood sugar every day if you're taking
Oh,
medicine, if you're
oh, if
taking
we're taking
insulin.
medicine.
If you're taking
Okay.
insulin, you need to be checking your blood sugar. Okay? So, do people do that? Mm-mm.
Nope.
So, but you can, and the machines are free. You can go to the hospital, see the diabetic educator, and she will give you a glucose machine
I hear
to
that.
take your blood sugar for free.
What is happening at Inspira? I am glad you're here.
Yes, you can get. As a matter of fact, we had a program at our church. We spoke. Diabetes month was January, December, January. So we spoke on it,
Mm-hmm.
and so many people came up and said, "I don't have a machine. I don't have a machine. I don't have a machine." No problem. I reached out to the diabetic educator at my job. She hooked me with all these machines. I think I gave out like 15 machines.
Wow.
Yes, she
That's
hooked me up.
amazing.
Yeah, because they have them and they want people to use them and take their blood sugar because not taking your sugars are high. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, people are not taking care of themselves as far as that goes, and that leads to different things. Diabetes can leave you blind. Okay, you can lose your vision. Yes, you can.
And your limbs, right?
Oh, your limbs. Yes, your limbs. Whether it's fingers, whether it's joints, whether it's feet. And people with diabetes have to be very careful with foot health. Okay, taking care of their feet. They need to see a podiatrist. You should not be cutting your nails if you're a brittle diabetic. Because a lot of times they cut their nails, they clip their toe in the process, especially I've seen this
Mm-hmm.
with seniors, and they put a cut on their toe. That
Yeah.
doesn't heal. And then next thing you know, the toe is black and they're losing their toe.
Yeah, my mom, she wouldn't mind me saying this, but she is diabetic and she goes to the podiatrist for her pedicure. She does not
Yep.
go to the nail salon. There,
Mm-mm.
the doctor told her, don't go over there for a
No.
pedicure. Come here, we will
Mm-mm.
cut your toenails
Mm-mm.
and all the rest of that.
Yes, that's what they have to do. And people are like, and I said, you have insurance, the podiatrist will take care of that, especially if you're a diabetic, because you cannot afford to mess your feet up because
Right.
that's where it starts. I had a young lady the other week I shared when I was at Word and Worship, she said that her leg, she's 46 years old, she's a brittle diabetic, and a whole bunch of other things. She's overweight, obese. From her knees down on both legs are black. So she
Wow.
was there that day because they were going to start. They were going to take her one foot off that day, and she's
Oh,
46 years old.
so
And
young.
yes, and I had a young man last week, 32. He was losing the back of his heel on the one foot, and he's already on dialysis, and he's 32. 26 years old
Wow.
on dialysis.
So
Okay.
what, Dr.
Yes.
Cannon-Dingle, we have a lot going on.
Mhm.
Is it like Paula asked, is it because of what we eat?
Yes, most of the time. Diabetes can also be hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
However, you can control it by your diet. Most of these things go back to what we eat and how we
Right.
eat and how we don't
Mhm.
exercise and how we don't take care of ourselves. Okay. Some things in life you can't help. Some people, I have a young lady on Saturday when I spoke at a conference. She said, every time I go to my doctor, they tell me I'm pre diabetic. And because that's a hereditary thing for her. Her
Yeah,
family has a history of diabetes. So every time she does, but she's managing, she's not crossed over to diabetes because of her diet.
that's me.
Yes. And because if you manage that, okay, and like they said, just because you have these things, don't mean you have to go into it, even though it's
Right,
family history.
right.
Okay. Because there's
Because of
things
what
you
you
can
eat,
do.
like that
Oh,
changes
yeah.
like everything.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is like the major issue for us. And it's sad because anything that you want to eat should be done in moderation. but
Right.
we don't seem to know what moderation is. Okay.
We don't. We're
We
gluttony.
oh
We're
yeah.
gluttons.
Oh yeah. We eat anything and everything, any time of the day, all times of the day. We don't care. And it's sad because we don't have to, because you can eat healthy. You can eat the foods that you like. Just
Right.
if you change how you cook them, you know what I mean? It makes all the difference. Okay, you
Yeah.
don't have to, and I'm not telling people you don't, you don't, it's not that you don't ever have to never have fried chicken again, or you don't never ever have to have a piece of cake again, but you don't have to eat the whole cake. Okay. You don't have to eat the whole pie. Okay. A slice is good.
I feel a little
Okay.
attacked. I feel a little attacked, people. And that's my problem. I really like. I am. If you give me a bag of Funyuns, I'm eating the whole bag. If you give
Mhm.
me this, I eat a lot. So I really try not to.
Right.
So I've learned that about myself. So I don't have it in the house.
Right. See, there you go. Exactly. See,
Yes.
that's like me. My thing has always been Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers.
Ooh, I ain't had a Twizzler.
I know. So I can't have them here because
Yes,
I will eat the whole bag. So,
gone,
and
smashed.
I'm like, and then I have been diagnosed like with a fatty liver, and that feeds off sugar. So, but
Ah,
now everything, my liver, my numbers are great because I don't do that. I
excellent.
had to cut my sugars off. I had
Mm-hmm.
to, I mean, not that sometimes I don't grab something. I'm like, my husband, like, babe, but I don't bring the Twizzlers in because I know I will eat the whole bag
That's
and stuff
me.
like that. So we have to know what's our triggers. We have to know
Yeah.
that. Okay. And that comes, like I said, with the mindset thing. But yeah, we tend to okay. And like I was saying earlier about us being women are the largest. We outdo
Mm-hmm.
the men. And that I think is a lot because like I said, women are constantly going. We're here, we're there, we're everywhere. But I tell people the same time you take to stop at Popeyes, Wendy's, McDonald's, and say you have 3, 4 kids, Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
all those
It's
places,
expensive out there.
it is expensive. So that $40, $50 you're about to drop at one of those places, you could buy food and make it at home. And they're like, oh man, I don't have time. But it's called, sometimes we have to think out the box. Okay,
Yeah.
so all right, this is my kid's schedule all week long. So then
Mm-hmm.
maybe I need to meal prep. I need to
Right.
get these, I need to, or I
Crock
plan
pot.
my menu. I need to
Mm-hmm.
say, okay, Monday, this is what we're having. And I know what kind of time frame I have and how much time I have to prepare the meal. And this is what I'm going to do. Okay, the kids are going to come home. I'm going to pick them up or they're going to be home when I get there. It's not going to, growing up, it didn't kill us to wait until
At
dinner
all.
was ready. It's not going to kill them either. While you cook, they'll be fine. Trust me. As a matter of fact,
Yes.
send them outside to play, run around the yard or something.
Because that's
You get off
exercise.
that tablet, get off that computer, get off
Right.
that laptop, get off that PS5 or any of those other things. Our kids are slow, we have obese kids because they don't know what
The
it's like
little
to go out and
kids.
play.
The
Oh,
little
little kids,
kids are
definitely.
look chunky. Like,
Yes.
they used to be like
It's
they'll
not
lose the
cute.
baby fat.
Yeah, it's not cute because it's not
Yeah.
healthy for them. It's not healthy for your
It's a
child.
strain on it has to be a
Yes.
strain on their organs, right?
Oh, it is definitely. And even at that young age.
You leaned
We've
into
had
the
little
camera.
people.
Y'all,
Yes.
Dr. Cannon-Dingle said, yes.
Yes. We've had little people with high blood pressure. They should not be having high blood pressure. No child should have high blood pressure. Granted, if it's hereditary, that's one thing. But why are they like 70 pounds at age 2 or age 3?
Yeah.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
That's not healthy and it's not cute. And I know everybody used to growing up, the older people, oh, look at those chubby thighs.
Right.
It's not cute. Our kids, we have the one spearheading it. You have to be the one to tell your children, we're going to go for a walk today. Let's go to the park. Let's go play.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get off those tablets. Let's get off all that and get outside, get outdoors and do something healthy. Do some exercise. Like I said, walking is free. Walk your neighborhood,
Yeah.
or
Can
go to the
you
park and
repeat
walk.
that for us? You said walking is what?
Walking is free. At
People,
the park,
walking is free.
free. Free. It really is. You don't have to pay a dime. Just get out, put your sneakers on, and keep it moving. And take your children with you. Okay, I was sharing with them
Yes.
before. I was out in the park, Landis Park. I'm walking. This lady gets out, African American lady, real sweet. I've spoken to her. She is out there with her walker, walking around the track.
Get out.
As God is my witness,
No excuse.
is walking the track with her walker.
Wow.
And 90% of us don't have a walker. And we still won't get out and walk. She was walking with her walker.
With her walker. That's a blessing though. Like I like her persistence.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to continue. Yeah. I love that.
She don't care what her battle is. She said, I'm walking. I'm walking. And you see people out there, they are determined to walk. They are determined to get out and be the healthiest person they can be. CDC recommends 150 minutes a week, which is like 30 minutes a day. And I tell people, you don't have to do it all at one time. You can say if you like, okay, you're not used to it. Do 10 minutes in the morning. Do 10 minutes of something in the morning, even if you walk 10 minutes in the morning.
So where can we walk this 10 minutes?
You can walk your yard, put your watch on, clock yourself, walk around your yard. I tell people, my one neighbor, he walks up and down his driveway. He does laps up and down his driveway.
So anywhere, like we really, not that we're making excuses, but the access to walking is easy.
People don't like the cold. Walk around your house. Walk around your living room. Do laps around your own house. Make your own track. Yeah. You have to be persistent. You have to want this. So by any means necessary, whether you walk in your house, you walk your yard, you walk your driveway, you walk your block if you have it, if you have sidewalks, if you go to the park, be persistent. There's walking videos on TV. You can walk in your house.
YouTube has like, they'll do like a video with like 8,000, 10,000
15 minutes, 10 minutes. Exercise, YouTube, on demand. Chair aerobics. I teach chair aerobics. You can do chair aerobics, okay? And then there's things you use weights. People like, I don't have weights. You got a can of vegetables. That's
can of peas.
Those are weights. Those are weights. So people are like, I don't have money. I don't have money to spend. You don't need it, okay? Turn off the Housewives, Huntsville, all that stuff like that, and put on demand.
Shots.
Put on demand. Really, put on demand. And I mean, even if, like I say, even if you do it 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, you've got 30 minutes in. And anything you do, they say for 21 days becomes a habit. So once you start, and like I was sharing with Sharene, I said, this is not a sprint. This whole journey to health is a marathon. Okay. We need to start as a people taking back our health. We can do it. There are no excuses.
Yeah, it's doable.
It's very doable. Okay. You have to want to fight for yourself. You have to want to fight for your children. You have to just want to fight to be the best you can be. I'm not saying things are not going to happen or you're not going to get sick, but we have to learn how to do things to prevent as much as possible. Some things will come on us and you'll be like, oh, she got that or she got that. Well, that's unfortunate. But if you're in a healthier state, you're better able to fight off what might try to attack you. But if we're already torn down and broken down, it's kind of hard to fight.
Prevention mode. We got to be in prevention. And that's where I am health-wise. I'm like, I have the family history of diabetes, the family history of high blood pressure. And I felt like, okay, now I gained weight and they put me on high blood pressure pills. And I'm like, oh, I don't like the way this makes me feel. All right, I have to do something about it. So I really took my own health into my own hands. And I said, if it's only about what I eat, I can do this.
Yeah.
It's change what you eat. And it's literally like that simple. Whatever goes into your mouth literally changes your body.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah. And that's what I tell people. You don't have to, and they're like, oh man, I can't do this. And I'm not asking anybody to tell anybody cold turkey. No.
Right.
Say this week, I'm going to cut this out, but I'm going to add this. Something
like
else.
An example. What's an example?
Okay. So this week, instead of having a piece of cake, I'm going to have a piece of fruit. Like orange, maybe a banana, maybe some strawberries, something like that. Some healthy kind of fruit. Okay. All right. I'm not going to have regular pasta. Maybe I'll switch and try whole wheat pasta, 100% whole wheat pasta. Because there are things that we can do to change, like our what we eat. Like they make different things. All right. This week, I'm going to have maybe a spinach salad, or even like I was talking earlier, for our singles, whether or single or married, whatever. How about if we're going to sit down, meet you and your spouse or you and the kids, and we're going to make our menu for the week. Okay, this is what we're going to eat. This is what we're going to
Right.
have this week. So then when I go grocery shopping, I know what I'm purchasing. I know what I'm getting. I'm not getting a whole lot of junk that I don't need or that the kids don't need, because this is what the menus are for this week. Oh yeah, every now
Because
and
don't
then,
they say you should shop the outside aisles
yeah,
of
'cause
the
that's where the
grocery
fruits and
store?
vegetables are. That's where most of the fruits and vegetables and meats are, and you learn to pick lean meats. Okay, and these are
Right.
things that you want to do, but you have to be intentional with it. You have to be
Yeah.
determined, and don't get discouraged. And you're like, oh man, I've been doing this, and I'm still on this blood pressure medicine, or I'm still. But the more changes you make, things will start to come down. You'll see it. I've had people come off blood pressure medicine. They've come off diabetes medicine. They don't have to take
Mhm.
insulin. You know what I
Praise
mean? And
God. That's amazing.
yeah, it happens. It happens. We have this one lady that's at our church now. She shared that she was actually on dialysis. She changed her diet. She changed things she did. She started exercising. She does not have to have dialysis now at all. She shared that testimony. I was like, oh
Praise
my
God.
God. So you can,
Yeah.
God is still healing people. And then, see,
Yes.
we go to God with everything. How about we go to
Hmm.
God with our desire to be healthy and to
Right.
lose weight? And He will
That's right.
help you. He just like He helps us with everything else, God
Yep.
will help you with that as well. Okay, there's so many things out on the market. The American Heart Association, different things. Everybody's looking at is what's called the My Plate. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, the My Plate.
Okay.
Okay. And that talks about protein, vegetables, fruits, and grains, and it gives you examples. Okay. Focus on fresh fruit, canned, frozen, or dried. Or
Hmm.
if you're going to get canned fruit, they suggest that you get the kind that has 100% real juice without all
Okay.
the sugars. You don't need all the
Not
sugars.
the fructose.
You don't need that. And sugars come in different names. You don't need that. Vary your vegetable choices. Include dark green, red, orange, beans and peas. Different vegetables like that. You want to
Yes.
do whole grains. You want to eat whole grains, such as whole wheat. Okay, you want to go with stuff like that, and lean proteins. Okay, chicken, fish, beans, eggs, different things like that. You want to go with lean stuff. Tofu. I love tofu.
Me
I
too.
love to use tofu. And
Throw it
just
in the air
different.
fryer with some good some Zarratin's
Oh
chicken
yeah.
seasoning.
Hmm.
Woo-hoo!
It
Y'all
is
eat
good, girl.
tofu in the comments? Where y'all at? Y'all eat tofu? Look at us. We fangirling. You eat tofu,
And then
girl?
the diabetes plate is just a little bit different for the diabetic. Non-starchy vegetables. Okay,
Okay.
so you want to look at vegetables. You want to eat more of spinach, carrots, broccoli, those kind of things. Eat less of potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, corn.
Less.
Those are things you want to eat less of for a diabetic. Their plate is a little
Okay.
bit different, if you can see
Oh,
it.
I see that.
Yeah, their plate is a little bit different.
Okay.
And it gives you like these different things. You want to eat your proteins. It tells you which ones you want to eat and which ones you want to stay away from. Even as far as fruit, no, do not drink fruit juice if you're a diabetic, because a lot of times it will cause your sugar to go up.
It'll
So you
spike,
want
right?
to, yep, spike it up. So you want to stay away from you want to have non-starchy vegetables, grains and starches, and it gives you what kind you want, and the protein. And even dairies, talking about fat-free milk and low fat, 1%.
Low fat.
Even here, on here, the same thing. Low fat milk, 1% milk, no fat milk,
No fat.
no fat.
Even that
Almond milk,
with cheese, right?
yep. Cheeses, yep. You
Yeah.
got to be very careful as far as that as well with cheeses and stuff like that. You want to make sure that you're making the best choices, even with the diabetic one, it's like non-fat yogurts.
Yes.
You're going to stay away from that sugar. Sugar is a trip. Sugar is addictive. We know that. So that's
It
another
is.
thing. Like I said, if you can cut out sugar, because I know at one point my husband, I always tell on him, he was every day he had to have a Wawa or a McDonald's coffee, like the iced coffees or whatever, and
Ooh.
the sugar and stuff and all that. I'm like, no, you got. So he learns to cut that out, so he doesn't use that amount of sugar. And do you know that in a soda, a 12-ounce can, the can of sodas that you get, just a regular can of
Hmm.
soda, there are 12 teaspoons of sugar in that one can of
Like the little white package you get from Wawa.
Mhm. 12 teaspoons of sugar in a can of soda.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
And
about diet soda though? Because I like a good
well,
diet
are you
ginger.
drinking a diet soda now that has no sugar to it? Because there's diet now with no sugar. Shasta makes it. A lot of people make it
Okay.
now. It says diet. Coca-Cola, same thing. They make it. It's
So
diet with no sugar.
Gotcha.
aspartame. What's aspartame?
You know what I mean? So you have to.
Did you say aspartame?
Yeah, they have it in the back.
Not aspartame though, right?
No, you don't want that.
Okay.
No.
We don't want that.
Sucrose, fructose, sugars come in different languages. And that's another thing we have to do. We have to start researching as a people.
Right.
You have to start looking at read
Reading.
labels.
Read the
Read
ingredients,
labels.
people.
Yes, read the ingredients, what
Yeah.
they have in them. And whatever they start out with, that's the highest thing that's in there.
Right.
You read something that has salt, it's got tons of salt in there.
Yeah.
And we don't need that either. Salt is going to do nothing but spike your blood pressure and cause you a whole lot of problems. Yep, you have to be.
If you guys have questions, I'm sorry. If you guys
no.
have questions, put your questions in the comments because Dr. Cannon-Dingle is going to answer some for you guys.
Yep.
So we've been doing, like, from this show, we've been doing a gluten-free challenge.
Oh, cool.
So we stopped eating gluten, which is wheat, right?
Yes.
So they say it's kind of like the glue that holds food together. And we have had like a lot of success from people who have participated. So they said it took their inflammation down, their what is it, arthritis in their wrists and all of that. So that just goes to show that it is your food. It's whatever. So you have to, like you said, journal what you're eating, journal how you're feeling. And then if you eat something, it could be triggering like an illness or whatever. And your body might not like that food.
No, it'll reject it.
Yeah.
And it causes, like you said, arthritis is a big thing too. Joint pain, joint issues. Arthritis is there. And it's a lot of times because of what we eat. And because we're not moving. That's another thing. People just sit all day long. And it's like, oh man, they get up and they can't hardly move. You got to start moving. Like I said, even if you're sitting in that chair, do some chair aerobics, do some leg lifts, do some side leg lifts.
While you're sitting there watching your housewives, like lift your leg. So you do a class? You offer a class?
I've taught chair aerobics for a long time. I used to teach chair aerobics for the church all the time. Yeah, okay. I love it. And it's so much fun because once you get people into it and doing it, they get so excited and they're happy to be moving. Most people, you know what I mean? Because nobody wants to be sick. Nobody wants to have arthritis. Nobody wants to have high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes. But these are things that people have to realize that you can control. You can come away off of those medications. You really can. But it means a dietary change. And like I said from the beginning, all of this starts here in your mind. You have to tell yourself, I can do this. Even when you feel defeated. Okay, so you've done good all week, and then boom, the weekend comes. Oh man, I ate a cookie, or I ate a piece of cake, or I ate a piece of fried chicken, or ate something, and then you don't fall off. Say okay, brush yourself off. Say okay, I ate that. Okay, back to where I should be tomorrow. But a lot of times
restart, right?
Yeah, just go right back. Don't it's just like, okay, yeah, I did eat that. Okay. Don't beat yourself up. Don't kill nothing like that. Just say tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow I'm back on it. I'm back on my grind. Okay. I gotta get back on there. I know I want to come off this diabetes medicine. I want to come off the blood pressure medicine. I want to feel better. I want my knees and my joints not to ache. You know what I mean? I want to feel better. I don't want to have my heart muscle dead because the blood is not perfusing because it can't get through or I got plaque. I don't want to have any of that. You know what I mean? And
that visual is very scary.
Yes. This right here is 1 pound of fat. 1 pound. So just think about how many you might have on your body, on your heart, on your joints.
Around your
around your waist. Everything on your butt, your hips, your thighs. And this is only 1 pound. So if you have more fat than this is just 1 pound. I took it to a workshop and everybody's like, oh my God, let me see that. So they were feel. I said, and this is just 1 pound. So if the doctor tells you like you're like I don't know, 25 pounds, or your body fat is so much,
Mm-hmm.
or you're considered overweight or obese, this is just 1 pound of fat that you have, and this is what's destroying us:
Yeah.
our limbs, our hearts, giving us hypertension. You know what I mean? It's
So
killing us.
Paula asked where your classes held. Where are these classes at? This chair aerobics, or you want to tell us a little bit about Temple Fit?
Yes, Temple Fit is my love. It's what I started when I got my doctorate degree. And it's just that's virtual, that's online. When I was teaching my aerobics classes, they were at our church. They were in our
Mm-hmm.
center, at the center at the church.
In
So
Bridgeton.
yes, right in Bridgeton.
Okay.
So I was teaching a chair aerobics class, and I love it. And I love it, love it, love it, love it. As a matter of fact, I had a couple ladies at the church ask me, they said, Evie, are we getting ready to start back up again? So that's my goal, is to start back up again teaching chair aerobics. But I didn't just teach chair aerobics, I taught regular aerobics as well, because I enjoyed it. I had got my certification to teach
Oh,
aerobics.
nice.
So yeah. So
Congratulations.
yeah. So I enjoy it so very much. So I'm gonna start back up. So that's why I tell people that they can like look at my Temple Fit. I have a Facebook page, and you can go on, it's under the same thing, Temple Fit ADO, a designer original, and you can just hit me up on Air Messenger if you're interested in exercise. And I tell people too, I even volunteer to go walk with people. I tell people, if you want to go walk, call me, I'll go with you. If you don't want to walk by yourself, or you don't know where to go,
Oh, I
um,
love that.
I will go walk with you. That's how much I love walking, and I want people to be healthy. As a matter of fact, the last Saturday in this month, we'll be walking the Ben Franklin Bridge. We do
I
that
want to
once a month.
go.
Oh, good. Yes, some people signed
I
up
want
that
to go.
night.
They
We
did.
we, we walk the Ben Franklin Bridge. We get there. We're going to get there about 8 o'clock,
Is
and
that
we
where
walk
Black
over it.
Girls
And
Run?
over and back is 3 miles. Now, some people, last time we walked, some people made it halfway over, and then they came back. That's fine. You know your limit. And that's
Right.
one thing we say in Black Girls Run: your race, your pace. Don't try to keep up with anybody else.
Erase your pace.
Your race, your
Okay.
pace. So if you can
I
only
love that.
walk a mile, or a half a mile, or a quarter of a mile, or to the end of your driveway and back, your race, your pace. The more you do it every day.
Yeah.
You do it every day. You're out there longer. So when we go across the bridge, the last time a couple people made it halfway, and then they turned and came back. But that's better than not making it at all. They at
Correct.
least tried.
Yes.
So
They
you don't
did.
have to keep up with me, because I go over and I'm back. But I do
You
this.
going over a couple times, huh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, yeah, because I'm getting ready for the Broad Street 10 miler too in
Oh,
May.
really?
I've done that before. This will be my second time. Me and my girlfriend Karen did it the first time together. This time
Oh,
I got
that's
my husband
awesome.
doing it with me, the Broad Street 10 miler. So I'm excited about that again. But yeah, your race, your pace, and even as far as your diet, if I can do nothing but encourage you, just cut back on one thing a week, and it'll become easier. And then you'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
next week I took that out. I'll replace it with this, something healthier. And then next week I'll take this out and I'll replace it. Or maybe I won't fry as much. I'll learn to bake or air fry. I have an
Air
air fryer.
fry. Air
Air
fryer
fry
has
is the
literally
bomb. Oh my
changed
God. Yes. It
life.
changes your life, doesn't it?
It does.
Because
It really
and it
does.
tastes so good. People are like, I'm like, air fry. Please air fry.
Yeah.
It is so good. So good. It tastes so good. And but just little things like that. Just like I said, if you
Hmm.
can't walk outside because it's cold, walk in your house, go on demand, do a walking video. Even if you just stay in there march in place with them for 15
Hmm.
minutes or whatever, that's exercise. That gets you motivated to keep going. But please, please,
Yes.
please, if you're short of breath or anything like that, please sit down. Okay. And if you have a lot of health issues, please make sure you talk to your primary doctor. Tell them you want to
Yeah.
start an exercise program. Okay,
And
so they can
inform
give you a
them.
physical, so that they know that you're okay to do this. Okay, and a
Gotcha.
lot of times, you need to get some clearance from the doctors if you have a lot of health conditions. Okay, and you know
Yeah.
that you do. Please
Disclaimer.
get a physical. Yeah, yeah, disclaimer, because
Yes.
you have to do that. I'm not telling anybody to get out there and do anything that they haven't seen the doctor and the doctor has cleared you for. Okay, because I don't know
Right.
your health conditions. Only you do. So I'm telling you up front, please see your doctor
Yes,
before you start any kind of exercise program. Okay. You want
please
to
do.
see your doctor and get cleared to do that because you want to be the best
Because
you
we
can.
care about you on Beyond the
Yes.
Surface podcast with Sharen.
Yeah. You
We
don't
are
want to
giving
be,
you the
we don't want you laid
information.
out somewhere. We don't want you laid out somewhere. No. You have
Yeah.
to get
Dr.
clearance.
Cannon-Dingle has this Temple Fit. So once you hang up here, her Facebook page is called Temple Fit ADO.
Right.
Go find it, go like it. She is going to start up. So your classes are virtual.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm
So
going to be
she's going to start
teaching
these
it.
virtual
You need
classes,
to know
right?
about how to eat, nutrition, and all that stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And she's local. So she's in Cumberland County. She
Yeah.
is accessible.
Yes, I am.
And she's here. You guys hear she's so passionate and she's in the medical field and she's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
doctor, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes, indeed.
she
I
has
earned
it.
doctorate. Yes, Lord. 2.5 years.
She has the information and representation matters. So you see someone who looks like you and they are successful at what they're doing and she has the information. So
It's Temple Fit
Temple
ADO, not ADL.
ADO.
Oh.
ADO.
And see, what really sparked it was when the Lord blessed me to be able to do my doctoral, my dissertation through my church. And
Yeah.
when I put it out there that this is what I want to do, at first the school was like, well, you want to do the church? Yeah. So fine, they gave me a little pushback, but then I pushed back. So they said yes. And the Lord blessed, and I had 14 participants. And I got a trainer, I had a nutritionist on board and everything. And these people, over the 8-week period, they lost inches and they lost weight.
Wow.
And it was just such a blessing. So I was like, God, and it was just amazing because I was like, Lord, I'm so tired of seeing our people die or
Yeah.
get sick for no reason,
Right.
things that can be helped. But
Preventable.
please, people, get your physicals and then start your exercise.
Our mantra said that you're willing to help anyone, any way you can, and that you are so awesome. I love that.
Thank you. Hey, Mantra.
A mantra.
Mantra. She goes to my church. I love
Oh,
Mantra.
nice.
Yeah.
So, what advice do you have? What advice can you leave the people with to offer them, like about these silent killer connections that can all take us
out of here? Know your body. Know your body from your head to your toe. Learn to write down symptoms. If I'm not feeling good today, if I got headaches today, is it a pattern? Am I having headaches every day? Do I need to call my doctor and get this checked out? Am I having chest pain? And if I am, how long did it last? Is it just a twinge? Or is it something that's radiating up my neck, down my shoulder, in my back? I mean, are these things that, but you don't, but if we don't write them down, doctor will be like, you go to doctor, when did this happen? I don't know.
3.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, or something like that. And if it's these are signs and symptoms that you need to call, and don't be afraid to call your doctor. That's another thing. You don't be afraid to call your doctor, your doctor's office, and say, look, I'm having this pain, I'm having these symptoms, I need to be seen. Okay? They don't want to see you. And if it's that bad, go to urgent care. Okay?
Right.
Don't just sit around the house saying this too shall pass. Not necessarily.
No, because you gonna pass if you don't get up there.
Not necessarily, exactly.
You get up there, it's literally like the silent killer.
Yes, you have to, and that's why I tell people, you're the only person that knows your body. So please learn to document. If you got blood pressure, learn to get a machine. If you need a machine, let me know. I'll help you buy one. You know what I mean? Because you need to take your blood pressure. The diabetes machines, like I said, they're free at the hospital. Diabetic educator. If you need one, let me know. I can get one from her for you. Okay, but these are things that you need, that we need to be proactive. Okay, we can say that there are health disparities, and there are, trust me, because we do not, as a people, get everything that we need. I see it. I've seen it, and I see it, and I hear about it, and the statistics say it, constantly saying it, that we are still the most underserved people as far as health information and getting what we need. But we have got to learn to be proactive. Even though they don't want to give it to us, we're going to have to take it by force. We have to say, this is how I feel. I'm coming to the doctor's office. I need you. And if that, like I said, if that's not the doctor for you, if they're not going to listen to you, don't keep going to them. Don't keep letting them bill your insurance. There's other doctors out there. Trust me. I know. I refer people all the time to other doctors because I want them to be the best that they can be. So we've got to learn to take control of ourselves. Right mind, right thinking starts here.
Mental. Yep.
Okay. Say, I know I need to come off this medicine. I know I need to drop it. And even if you're not on medicine, you're just overweight. I need to lose weight because that weight will catch up with you. Your joints, your ankles, your knees.
Ma'am. The knees get to hurting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Those
it's
things,
like
that's real.
compound weight on your
Yes.
body.
Yes. 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 And those are things that we can help and we can take responsibility for. So, but like I said, please go to the doctor, get your physical, get your numbers. Okay. Have them do blood panels. So you know, starting, this is my blood pressure. This is my cholesterol level. Do I have good, do I have high, good cholesterol or high, bad cholesterol? You need to know that. Okay. What's my blood sugar? Okay.
Right. Track your A1C, all of that.
You go with A1C, you want all that done. Tell them you want a full physical and a full blood work because you want to start a health program, eating right and exercising, but you want to see what your numbers are. And that's so important that we know our numbers and we take care of ourselves. Like I said, your race, your pace, but you can do this.
You can do this. Your race, your pace. So Dr. Cannon-Dingle, you are available to speak. So those who are watching, she will come to you. She'll come to you. Y'all see how amazing she is. And what we have to do as a people is spread this information, right? Because sometimes we just don't know what we don't know. We kind of go off of wise tales, and we just don't have the information. So Dr. Cannon-Dingle is here with the information. We'll travel. Look her up on Facebook. You see she has her page. What's your page called?
Temple Fit ADO. A designer original, it's just initials though, ADO.
ADO. And go find her page, inbox her. She will come speak at your church. She'll come speak at your community. So we can pass this information on. Like, it's so important for us as women to have it for our kids, to have this information for our husbands, for our brothers, for our fathers. All of this is important. Our sisters, like you check on your sis and be like, sis, how's your medical? Like, how you feeling? Are you stressed? Are you taking your blood pressure? Are you taking any of that? Right? So you kind of want to make sure we spread this information. It's up to us as a community, right? You said we're a community. It's up to us as community to empower ourselves. You said we got to take back the control and the narrative. So it's ADL, sir. Excuse me. Okay. ADO.
So like I have a French church that does that. They buddy system, the men buddy system. They make sure they get their prostate checked, they get their colonoscopies. They do the buddy system. They help each other.
That's nice.
Yeah. So those are things that you can do. We are our sisters' keepers. We should be, and we should be checking on one another, you know?
Yes.
To see how we're doing. You know what I mean? So
and don't forget, guys, last week we talked about the cardiopulmonary diagnostic test that you can get done. There is a place. So there's a place in Voorhees, and they do a whole workup cardio of you. They'll do your blood work. They'll do ultrasound of your arteries, and they'll do a stress test. All of that is right in the office. So I wanted to give that number out because we're all about heart health and trying to better ourselves. Prevention. If we can get ahead of it.
Yes.
Then that's what's important. Once you figure out what's wrong and what's going on, you can figure out how to like eat right, exercise, if you need to be on medication for a little bit.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't be afraid if the doctor say, okay, I need to put you on a pill for a little while, because you know, if you get your diet in order, you get your exercise going the way you should, and you start dropping pounds, 90% of the time you can come off those medications. So don't be fearful. I'm not going to the doctor. All he's going to do is put me on a pill. Well, sometimes we need that pill. That's just like
we like that though as a culture.
Yeah. Yes. We need that.
We'll be like, I'm not going to the doctor. He's going to give me medicine.
Yep. Same thing with mental health. I'm not going to see that. I'm not going to go talk to that doctor about my mind or how I feel. Or I'm not going to go lay on nobody's couch. Sometimes you need to.
Yeah.
You can't be afraid of these things. God has given these people wisdom to help.
Amen.
Them.
Yes.
So sometimes you have to do what you have to do if you want to be the best you. Now, if you don't care about you.
But you can't leave your family like that. You don't care about you, and then you leave them with these medical bills.
You got kids. Who's going to take care of them kids?
Who? Not me. Don't call me.
Yeah. Who's gonna take care of those children?
My family, don't call me.
That's what I tell people. You'll pay $100 for sneakers, but you won't buy yourself a blood pressure machine. But you'll buy your kids a pair of $100 sneakers.
That's good.
Think about that. When a blood pressure machine only costs between $10 and $14.
Yeah. And we should have these things at home just in case. Like we have the blood. We don't have the prick for the, what's it called?
The glucometer.
The glucose meter. We don't have a glucose meter, but maybe we should get one just in case someone's here and something happens and they need, they need one. So I'm thinking we're going to get a glucose meter at our house.
That's a good idea. It doesn't hurt. It really doesn't. There is a paper that you can, there on the American Heart Association website. There's it's called pre-diabetes. There's a pre-diabetes test you can take, and it tells you about what you should be looking for if you're at risk to become a diabetic. Yeah.
Oh, I think I have this.
Yeah, I gave it out the other day.
Look, you did. Here it goes.
Yep, there you go. And I think it's from the American Heart Association or the CDC. And if you go online and you type in pre-diabetes risk test, it'll come up and you can test you can answer those questions and see if you fit in any of those categories. Yeah, so you can do that. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Different things.
All right. Dr. Cannon-Dingle, you have been amazing tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me and asking me. It's my passion.
Some hand claps in the comments. Thank you so much for coming on. When I heard you at She Shed, I was like, I need to have this lady here because you can feel like your passion about this subject and just about health and women and men and families of making sure we are like our best selves. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming on. Do not forget, you can go follow her. You can go on her website. She's going to do exercise. So I'm going to Temple Fit ADO on her Facebook. I am going to do the chair exercises. I'm going to inbox you so I can go to the bridge walk.
Oh yes, definitely. Anybody that wants to walk the bridge. And I'm serious. It's so much fun. It really, really is. It's like everybody's like, oh, the young lady mantra that's on here tonight. She goes with us and stuff like that. And it's really a blessing. We have so much fun. Because we get together, a whole bunch of us women, and sometimes some men come, and we just go across the bridge and we take our time. We laugh, we talk, we take pictures, we take selfies on the bridge.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that you came on with information. Like you have empowered and informed us here on Beyond the Surface podcast with Sharen. Like we have got, like Paula said, thank you, Doctor, for all the informative information. Like you have really empowered us to go be better people, go be better parents, and better family members for our family. Yes, it's the last Saturday of the month.
Yes,
the Ben Franklin. Is that the first bridge or that's the second?
That's
bridge?
The one in Camden. When you go Camden side.
Okay.
Yep. Over by Cooper. 5th Street, we park right there, and the entrance to the bridge is like right there. We walk right there to the bridge. You run over and you run back. It's nice because you can look down and see the water. You can look down and see the traffic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And this bridge is.
Is it a little nervous? Are you like a little nervous going up there for people who have like a little scared of heights? Scared of heights. Here he goes.
Yeah, some people are. They get a little nervous, but then my sister used to be that way, but she did it. She does it all the time too. And my other friend Donna, she was a little nervous, but she does it now too. So I mean, you can walk right in the middle. You don't have to look down either side. You can just walk right down the middle,
Okay. Right off on 676, she said. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I'm going to be there. So I want to see some folks out. Come on out.
Yes, please join us. Join us. You'll be happy you did.
I am. Next week on Beyond the Surface podcast with Sharen, we have NAACP going to be here, y'all. Gloucester County. Gloucester County, we have the president, which is Loretta Winters, and we have the treasurer, Catherine Page. And we're going to talk about Project 2025, how it impacts your life. Lord Jesus.
Yes,
y'all, Project 2025, how it impacts your life. Are we paying attention? We need to know What is going on? I know people be like, I don't talk politics. Yo, we need to be we have to have the information. And coming from, a perspective that represents us, we are going to have the NAACP here. It's a National Advancement.
Amen. That's
Black
awesome.
people. So yeah. So yes, we have the president and the treasurer are going to be here from Gloucester County. So tune in next week at 6:30. So I want to set up a special thank you for you because you worked today a lot of hours. She on like fumes right now.
But I love this. So this is like it's
Thank
nothing.
Thank you so much for coming on, everyone. You guys have a wonderful night. We are thank Dr. Cannon-Dingle for coming on, and your fur baby is out there, and your husband. So thank you so much, everybody. We will see you next week. Tune in next week to Beyond the Surface podcast with Sharen. We are talking Project 2025. Y'all know what's going on in that world. Come on. It's a little scary. So everybody be safe out there. As always, my feet are planted. My head is lifted to the sky. I'm all about God's business. So I want you guys to come on back. And we will see you next week at 6:30. Have a good night, guys.